Greetings YouTube. I know it's only been a day since my last video, but the anticipation has been killing me, and so I wanted to start this series before I, well, chickened out. So, I haven't completely fixed all the issues that I may or may not be having while recording this. Exhibit A being that I have already done the first half hour of the game, only to realize that I had set up my headset before I started up Fraps, yada yada. Long story short, I went a half an hour playing and had nothing of my voice. So I ranted to a computer screen for a half hour for nothing. Yay. But regardless, I am trying again. I know that everything should be set up correctly this time. I'm going to apologize in advance because unfortunately I realize that the mic attached to my headset is terrible, so my voice sounds terrible. Granted, it sounds bad normally, but hey, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to start a new game, playing on normal, because easy is, well, too easy. And I've never played this game on easy before anyways. I'm going to skip the cutscenes because that's just too time consuming and I'd rather just have gameplay. So to start off, I'm going to step back, shoot these three crows, and boom. Now one of them will always contain something called spinal. I'm calling them spinels, so just deal with it. And basically it's a treasure that can sell for money later on. The other two contain random stuff, which usually money of varying amounts. Let's get a cutscene. And so it's nice to get some early cash through those. There's a box back over here, which contains a random item. Of course, it contains nothing. The first time I did this, it had ammo for me, which was nice. But I digress. So I guess I'll go into re-explaining my experience with this game. I have beaten it on the PlayStation 2 approximately, let's put it this way, I had a round 7 file for just one version, and then I played like 3 or 4 rounds of professional. Years later, after losing, or having someone else lose my PlayStation 2 version for me, I had to go and wait until the Wii version came out, because I was too lazy to buy another PS2 version. So I bought the Wii version. And I basically beat the hell out of that one. Like, holy cow. Under normal circumstances I restart that, but whatever. That makes up for it, actually. Huh. Anyways, so I've beaten the game dozens of times, but obviously the most previous version I played was on the Wii, and as such, aiming and everything for that is incredibly easy, which basically really spoiled me. So getting used to the controls for the computer is taking a bit of time. This is now the second time I've overwritten that file. And so I've actually played this game a good hour and a half. And so I'm getting a lot better at the controls, but still not the greatest. 2 more crows. One contains money. The other one is going to always carry a hand grenade, which is incredibly useful coming up soon. Wolf, let's help it out. It's like one of the only instances you can actually help anything. It's kind of odd, but helping now helps us later. And it'll be obvious when. So over here we have a hidden red herb, which that's part of the healing system is through herbs, because drugs do everything apparently. So we'll open up the inventory just so we can get a quick peek. Oop. Once again, pressing wrong buttons. Alright, backspace. That moves that. So basically a green herb heals you for a small amount for when you're hurt, which obviously the lower right hand corner is where our health bar and ammo gauge is. And this first aid spray here will fully heal you. And we picked up the red herb, which you just saw, and combining a red herb with a green herb actually creates a full heal as well. Green herbs can be combined with other green herbs, and by putting 2 of them together, you actually get like a medium heal, and putting 3 of them together gives you a full heal. So you have to be careful around that area because there are actually bear traps along with that tripwire trap. Way back when, I used to try and trick that guy that I just killed to going into the tripwires, but most of the time he'd just go right between the trees like I did, and so I figured it was a wasted effort, so I just kill him with a knife. When I was a kid, my best friend always told me about like this thing that just scared the living hell out of him at the beginning of this game, and he didn't tell me what it was. So when I first entered this cabin and I turned around like this woman right here scared the living hell out of me. Ironically, that wasn't the part that scared my best friend. I'll explain that in a second. But so that like nearly made me want to rage quit right then and there. Obviously, this game has been around for ages, and as such, I was just scared easily when I was a kid. Can't shoot these guys. They only appear during your first run through of a file. Anyways, this guy right here is what scared my best friend, because he ran into the cabin without realizing it, and just got met with this guy here, and yeah, apparently he flipped his shit. By the way, I will swear, so I apologize if you do not like what is quote-unquote offensive language, but to me it is not, so I will use it. One thing I guess I should mention about this game is, like, when shooting enemies, as you noticed, I shot him in the leg and made him drop down because he was covering his face, so a headshot wouldn't work. So you can do things like that, shooting him in the knee, drops him to a knee, you can do kicks, shoot him in the head, you can kick them, and then while they're on the ground, put a knife. What I'm doing right now only happens twice in the frickin' game. But we can zoom in. You'd miss the cutscene because I didn't see it, but this guy drove here. Sucks to be him. What we're about to experience is actually going to be one of the first kind of horde style where you have to basically kill a certain number of enemies to be able to progress. And I believe the number is 14. That number just rings a bell from like a guide through I read when I was a kid. That might not be true. And I believe that number is before doing what I'm about to do right now. Entering this door actually causes a new type of enemy to spawn. Aside from the standard enemies, the ganados as they're called. Random money amounts in this one enemies. But the new enemy is actually potato sack wearing chainsaw maniac. And what horror game would be complete without the chainsaw maniac? So as you saw there, the reason why we entered this place with some of the chainsaw maniac was because because of the shotgun. So free shotgun. There are only a very few instances where you get free weapons in the game, so obviously taking any opportunity to get them is amazing. Okay, he's entering way too quickly for my liking. Okay. Yes, I know there's a dirty bed. I don't care. Okay, so we got... Nope. Backspace to move things. Just such a weird button press. Alright. You didn't even knock. Get a few extra hits. Each knife slash is the equivalent of an unupgraded pistol. Okay. I'm gonna play the waiting game here. Alright, so he's dead, which is awesome. Perfect timing as well, because now we can do this. So killing the chainsaw guy actually gets you an extra 10,000 pesitos, which is awesome. Now, open the door. There we go. That pretty much just took care of everyone. For now, at least. now what I'm actually going to do is probably just shotgun blast first. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have just gone for the... Nope. That's not going to work. Anyways, I think I took a hit there, didn't I? Nope, this is going to hurt. Nope! Yeah! So pretty much, yeah, that's what I thought. So that's a quick and efficient way to eliminate all the enemies there. That's why we got both those hand grenades and a shotgun, because that just makes quick work of everything. So now our next step is to collect all the loot in this area. This place is actually called the Puebla. Puebla. Basically, it's the town in Spanish. And we actually returned to this place quite a few times. But this first time actually yields the most loot, which makes sense, because basically we need to fill our inventory to survive the horrors ahead. We got another red herb there. Actually gonna frame rate drop. Jump in here. Get an incendiary and a random drop from there. Some pistol ammo right there. I was quite happy with that fight, though. The first time I did, I actually ended up getting hurt. I had to use both hand grenades and then still use all my... well, not all, but more shotgun shells, and had to use some pistol ammo and all that fun stuff. But, so that went a lot better than I was expecting. So I'm happy with that. Get a random nothing and a flash grenade, as always. You get the flash grenade there. Now, these chickens that you see kind of wandering about, don't kill them. They actually are helpful. They drop eggs, and eggs heal you. Frame rate drop. See? Egg! Grab a yellow herb, grab a red herb, and a regular chicken egg, which barely heals us for anything, but it fully healed us. So, that's good. Now, something I didn't realize until like my 15th, 16th playthrough of this game is that there's actually a handgun ammo hidden right in that little crevice there. Which, I mean, it's an extra 10 bullets. Now, you'd think that this tower would actually be a good place to kind of, I don't know, funnel the enemies, at least from up here, maybe shoot from above. According to a strategy guide that I read, that my best friend owned, it said that if you were to hole yourself up in that tower, they'd actually throw Molotovs up there, and you pretty much can't escape from it. So I've never tried it. I don't know if it's true or not, because the strategy guide was for like the GameCube and the PlayStation 2 version, but not the Wii version, because the strategy guide was like old as all hell. So here we got a note. It basically just talks about, hey, I'm here. I am Leon Kennedy, and yada yada. Basically, they're like, hey, there might be someone that might cause an issue or not. There's nothing in this cabin. Just wanted to show you that. And with that, we have all the loot from the town, or Puebla, or however it's pronounced. So now we're going to mess around with our inventory. Unfortunately, I just don't know how to turn things like ammunition. Because normally I have them facing... vertically rather than horizontally, just because it looks nicer. But I don't know which button does that. Because normally you're supposed to pick it up, press a button, and you can turn it. I haven't been able to figure it out. So if you... I could probably just Google it easily, but that'd be too easy. And I don't do easy. This is normal. Oops, wrong button press. Anyways, so we are now in the farm, and I'm coming up on 15 minutes now. So I figured this might be a good stopping point. Just because it's, I don't know, it's my first real video, and as such I want to keep it short, let you get a taste of the way that I play, complain about how my mic is terrible and how my commentary is atrocious and whatnot, and my pronunciation of words is horrible, yada yada, etc, etc. But anyways, I'm going to save here. And so leave comments asking if you prefer like shorter or longer videos, and I'll try and accommodate as such. But for now, I will see you all next time. I might post another video sooner or later. It all depends on when I have the time, honestly. But until then, I will see you guys later.